till it turns red.
Okay.
And you are good to go.
Okay.
King Kong banging on your chest. You could beat the world. You could beat the war. You could talk the black gold banging on his door. You can throw your hands up. You can beat the clock. You can move a mountain. You can break rocks. You could be a master. Don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself in all the
Oh, well, welcome. We had a little false start there, I think, and I don't think that was how the music was supposed to maybe go. I wasn't quite sure what we were worshiping here, what we were doing, so our apologies, okay? Welcome, and thank you for coming. My name is Sean Burrow. I'm the Nursing Administrative Chair here at Hawkeye Community College, and before we go any further, I'd like to introduce Dr. Gene Lutzinger. He is the Dean here of our college, and he is going to give the welcoming.
Well, thank you. This is a big deal. I was sitting there thinking about when I received my nursing pin back in, okay, we'll just say that I received a nursing pin. It was a long time ago in a galaxy far away. I'm really on the periphery of the education that goes on. I always tell students and faculty my job is to make sure that the teachers have what they need to teach and the students have what they need to learn. So that's a pretty easy job most of the time. But as a nurse, I am always excited to come to the nursing pinning because of the significance that it has. Ordinarily, I would recognize our administration and trustees who are often in attendance. However, there is a trustee board meeting tonight, and I have a feeling they're all in the Hawkeye Center. So I do give their greetings. I know Dr. Bradley makes a high priority, our Vice President of Academic Affairs, to be here. And on her behalf, I'd like to greet you and thank you for this. Guys, I'm going to ask you to do one thing with me, and that's there's plenty of time for us to recognize you and everything that you have done to succeed in this program, but I think it would be fitting if we recognize these folks and what they've done for your success. Don't you agree? Let's give them a round of applause. I fully realize that it's a team effort, and I want to thank you for being a part of that team to get your significant other, your friend, your loved one across the finish line as we celebrate tonight. I'd like to introduce again Sean Burrow to come and move us on in the festivities tonight.
Okay, thank you. All right, so as Dr. Lutzinger said, welcome. We are very, very happy to have you all here, and we're very excited for the students here. They've worked extremely hard. I've had many of them in my office a few different times, I think, but they've done very, very well. It's hard. Nursing is it's a difficult profession to get into, and they have proven that they can make it, and they're going to be great nurses. We're all very extremely proud of them. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the faculty that have been inspirational in getting them to this point. So as I introduce the faculty, if you guys could please stand, I'd appreciate that. We will start in the back here with Mr. Russ Culbertson. If you'd stand, please. And next to Mr. Culbertson is Ms. Ruth Gady. And one thing I would like to point out is that Mrs. Gady, she actually is here tonight. She retired in December, yes, in December. But the students really wanted her to come back. Many of the students, if not all of the students, have had Mrs. Gady, and so we invited her to come back to share in the celebration. And she will also be up at the table when we present them their lamps tonight, because they thought that was something that they definitely wanted. So I think that's very heartwarming, and I think that is a nice gesture. So, and then next we have Ms. Teresa Culpepper. Thank you. And following that is Mrs. Gina Holman. And we have Ms. Catherine Boysen. And Dr. Sandra Gardner. We also have a number of adjunct faculty that many of these students have had in the clinical arena when they go out into the hospitals. And while I don't see any of those guys necessarily here tonight, I know that they're all very, very proud of them, and they've done a very nice job. So want to just tell them thank you, even though they're not here. So, okay, and we'll go ahead and start with the Nightingale Pledge. Okay, so I will introduce Ms. Teresa Culpepper.
Before we move to the Nightingale Pledge, just words of inspiration to all of you. Being a nurse means you will never be bored. You will always be frustrated, but remember, you know more than you think you know. You will be surrounded by challenges. As Mr. Ridge says, think of them as puzzles. Put the pieces together. So much to do and so little time on your merry travels, as Mr. Culbertson would say. You will carry immense responsibility and very little authority. You will have resources, but we do not a single one of us, give you permission to forget anything you've learned. You will step into people's lives, and most importantly, you will make a difference. Just as Dr. Gardner has made a difference, just as Mr. Culbertson has made a difference in your life, as has Mrs. Holman, Ms. Boysen, and myself. We all bless you. You will make lifelong friends in this career. Now, some will curse you, but you will see people at their worst, and our hopes is they will all see you at your best. You will never cease to be amazed at people's capacity for love, courage, and endurance. You will see life begin. You will see life end. You will experience resounding triumphs and devastating failures. You will cry a lot more than you did in school. Our hope for you is that you will smile and laugh a whole lot more than you cry. You will know what it is to be human, and most importantly, we know that we have seen you be humane. Congratulations. So now what I'm really supposed to say is the Nightingale Pledge. Some history about why we say it. The Nightingale Pledge was named in honor of Florence Nightingale, who we all know as the Lady of the Lamp. When we see the lamp, we all know it signifies what we do as nurses. This pledge was created in 1893 and has been spread throughout our country as well as overseas as a way to remember what we have gone through as nurses and where we are going. In recent years, many nursing schools have made some changes to our original 1935 version, because now we are learning things about autonomy, accountability, responsibility. So we are no longer loyal to physicians, and that used to be in our pledge. We now have learned this semester, as other semesters, that we are the liaison, and we are that point of contact for our patient so that we can provide holistic care. So now when we say our pledge, we pledge, just as physicians do, to do no harm, but most importantly, we pledge more than just that we will do the best of our care in the ways that we were taught, but we will do things in a manner that makes every single person we come into contact feel as though they are important. So the conclusion of our program, our students, once they've received their pins and their lamps, will recite the pledge, and we will invite all of you to participate with us. Dr. Gardner. Oh, speakers, sorry. Brianna, Jamie, come join us.
To do what nobody else will do, in a way nobody else can, in spite of what we all go through, is to be a nurse. Rossi Williams.
Nursing school has been an experience we will never forget, no matter how much we may want to. As we have heard several times over the last year, I do not give you permission to forget. Throughout the last year, we have had the opportunity to expand our knowledge and skill set, and we have worked extremely hard to get here today.
We feel lucky to have had the opportunity to meet the people who we never would have known would be our lifetime friends. Without each other, this experience would have been even more trying. Despite the challenges of scheduling conflicts, due dates, and overwhelming amounts of stress, we now see the light at the end of the tunnel.
There are a few instructors we'd like to mention who have made a huge impact on our education. Dr. Gardner. Some of us have had you as an instructor for 3 of the last 5 semesters, and we want to thank you for all of your wisdom, consistency, and reliability that you have provided for us. You have been such a huge impact on the nurses we have become.
Mrs. Gady and Mr. Culbertson, we were so lucky to have you as instructors. You helped lighten the mood during such a serious time. Your class was always fun, enjoyable, and everything you said really helped us remember. Those of us who are lucky enough to have you, Mrs. Gady, as a clinical instructor, we appreciated your hands-on and go-getter approach. We were able to learn so much.
And Mrs. Culpepper, you have only been our instructor for a short time, but your words have been inspiring and empowering. You have been a wonderful example to follow with your detailed organization and your accountability. You're an inspiration to us all, and the leadership qualities that you show are some we strive to develop in ourselves.
We would also like to thank our families, friends, partners, and mentors. You were there for us through all the anger, stress, tears, and successes. We know that we weren't fully present all the time, even when we were at home, and that you had to deal with so much, but we were really only able to do this because of you.
So, there are only so many paths we can take. We will all use our skills in different ways, and that is one of the amazing things about nursing. Every one of us will create our own story and our own journey, but in the end, we all have the same purpose, and that's caring for others.
There were so many early mornings at the hospitals and so many late nights studying, but throughout it all, we had each other, and we made it. So.
Are you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? More than a few of you have been in my office from time to time, and I think I've told a few of you, I know you can do it, I know you have it in you. And guess what? You all did. You make me proud. So let's get on with the fun stuff. So we are going to be reading everyone's names. They will come down, they will receive a nursing pin. In the old days, the nursing pin was actually a representation of your diploma that you had actually graduated from an accredited program, because you can't go around carrying a diploma with you as you work. So your pin was your recognition. And because they were all different, everyone knew what school you had gone to. So be proud of your pin. I can't tell you to wear your cap anymore because we don't do that. Adele M. Barnett. Charlotte Crawford. Larissa Dugan. Ashley Elledge. Colby Elliott. Teddy Gady. Nicole Gertz. Brianna K. Gulbranson. Crystal Henry. Ashley Intelkoffer. Ryan Scott Johnson. Callie Klinghammer. Patricia Bowe S. Lim. Lindsay Moffett. Shannon Niedert. Jamie Peterson. Catherine Pitzenberger. Teresa Promer. Teresa Osborne Wessels. Madison West. Emily Whiteman.
So now I invite all previous graduates and associate's degree nurses, registered nurses, bachelor's, masters, all of you to stand with us as we recite the Florence Nightingale Pledge, which is on the back of our pamphlet. And I know you said you would lead me in this pledge. I remember hearing that in leadership class. So I'll do it with you, but now's your turn to lead. So I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my profession. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his or her work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. And now, Sean Burrow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the class of 2018 graduates of Hawkeye Community College.